Welcome back, and thank you for coming back to our YouTube channel. We are London Vegans. That is Polly.
Hello, and this is Phil. The Skeptical Vegan. It's a really good book if you're not already a vegan. That's my first impressions of it. If you're transitioning from vegetarianism to veganism, this may or may not be the book for you. It may be the book for you, but I found some of it quite hard to read about someone enjoying eating meat so much. And although I knew he'd been on that journey and he'd been on the journey of stopping eating meat, a lot of the first chapters were about how much he enjoyed meat, and it actually did kind of make me feel physically sick because I obviously haven't had that in 30 odd years. That I never had that kind of I love meat feeling. So those kind of things did make me feel a bit squeamish reading it.
I suppose he has to go through that process of going into detail about why he enjoys meat for you to appreciate giving up.
Yeah, no, I totally get that he needed to show how much of a meat eater he was before showing actually this dare that I got into with my wife, actually or his partner at the time, and I think from what I remember then they got married, and then becoming such a strong vegan, you know, and actually feeling physically repulsed by the meat industry, by the dairy industry, and also the changes he went through, because a lot of it was health-based as well. It was for the animals, so it was pure veganism, not plant-based, but at first it was a dare. They kind of agreed that they'd do it for a month and see how long they'd last for, and he kind of had this, I guess what I'm like, very stubborn, and it's like, I'm not going to lose this bet.
See, I like that. I think that's brilliant, because it shows that somebody who might not have had the thought of doing it to begin with gradually realised that it was a really good idea to go vegan, because obviously the stuff that he'd seen really horrified him. So I think that's a proper journey, isn't it? That's not something that you'd expect to begin with.
Yeah, and this is a man who touted putting advertising on the sides of cows, because there's so many cows in pastures as you're driving through America, and he try to tout this idea that perhaps you should put advertising on the side of cows. So that was the extremity of how little he gave a shit about animals, to be perfectly honest. And then to go through this dare and then suddenly starting to actually think about it. And that's why I think this is a brilliant book for transitioning. If you're thinking about veganism.
So if you're already vegan, perhaps not. Or it might
I
be
think
quite
you find it interesting, and there's some good recipes in the back.
I was just going to mention
There's some really
those.
good recipes in the back.
And they're quite kind of traditional meaty kind of recipes, aren't they? Obviously they're vegan. But
he calls them 25 meaty vegan recipes.
Yeah.
And they look really good. In fact, I've kind of downloaded this book onto my Kindle so I can have the recipes.
So you can use them in the kitchen.
And then I got my Kindle nicked, so I'm waiting for my new Kindle to turn up tomorrow. I think what is always important in a lot of any book about vegan cooking is having your staples in the cupboard, you know, your staples that you need in the cupboard, which even I, as a non-cook, have in mine. I do have things just in case I do feel like cooking. But Sybil Shepherd's muffin pies, and it's always got some really good quotes throughout. And there's a really interesting bit where he talks to Steve-O from Jackass, who was an addict and things like that, and then became a vegan and is a real advocate for animal rights now.
Fantastic. So he's changed his world, his life around completely.
And there's some really inspirational quotes. I mean, where's the one that I really liked? Where is it?
I was going to say you should have highlighted it, but we're giving it away.
Yeah,
so
we're giving it away. So. Yeah, sorry, it's a little bit red, but I've tried to keep it all nice for giving
some
away.
People pay good money for that. Thumbed by Polly from London Vegans.
I can see a little thumb stain there where I was obviously eating while I was reading it.
Yeah, but you weren't eating meat though, so that's all right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I really like this one. It's an anonymous quote, but world peace begins in the kitchen. And I think that's... Because we inflict so much cruelty and abuse on animals, we forget that that's actually almost being at war with a living species on this planet.
And we have to remember that, you know, we do need food to survive, but we don't need animals to eat to survive.
Well, look at us, we're surviving very well, aren't we?
I mean, the kitchen is where it all starts, and the best parties are in the kitchen as well.
My favourite quote was from Steve-O, actually, when he says, being a vegan just helps me build up my self-esteem. I feel good about it every time I eat a meal.
Yeah.
And I've definitely felt that. I mean, I think it's also helped doing the videos with you as well, but it's helped me with my self-confidence. It's helped me with just feeling like when you're having a bad day and you just feel like I'm doing something different. I know I've got to do more, but I feel like every day I'm doing something different. And it's just a really interesting book. It's really good for those of you who, what was the name of that documentary that came out about meat? Not Cowspiracy or Earthlings.
What the Health?
What the Health. I think this is a good companion to What the Health because it talks about the health benefits of being a vegan as well. You know, okay, he didn't have straight away massive weight loss, but he started having weight loss. He was overweight. He started feeling healthier. He started feeling better about himself. And it's just a really heartwarming book, but also funny. Chapter of 16, the ABCs of vegans. And you've got the angry vegan, the vegan, the cheating vegan, the dietary vegan, the ethical vegan, the former vegan.
Which one are you, Polly? The angry vegan?
I'm not that angry.
No, I think you're probably a bit of a mixture, aren't you?
I'm a mixture. It depends what mood I'm in. I'm definitely not a cheating vegan.
You're not a gluten-free vegan?
I'm not a gluten-free vegan. I'm not a mostly vegan. I am a vegan.
Pumped up vegan?
I'm probably the lazy vegan. No, I'm not a lazy vegan.
You're not a quinoa vegan.
I'm definitely not quinoa. Sure. I'm not a lazy vegan because I do check everything. I'm not a raw vegan. I think I'm just a vegan. But I really like it. I think it is a survival guide for those. It says on here, my journey from notorious meat eater to tofu-munching vegan, a survival guide. And I think it is a survival guide, especially for those of you who are transitioning or thinking of going vegan, especially if you're going from a meat-eating diet. So, yeah.
I'm really glad you liked
Lindstrom,
it. Yeah.
I really liked it. I found the beginning a bit... because I don't want to know how much you enjoyed eating meat, but I can understand that's the journey that you went on.
No pain, no gain, though.
Yeah, and really, really interesting book, and we're giving it away.
We are, and by the way, if you want to enter the competition to win a copy, you can also buy a copy, because we've got the link down in the description box.
Yeah, I bought it on Kindle, just so I have
I'm going to buy a copy, because obviously we're giving it away, so I can't read it, because I haven't had a chance to read it yet, because you've had it.
Yeah. But it'll take you a couple of years to read it.
It would take me a couple of years to read it. So we're going to give away that, but also we've got some other bits. So some other goodies to give away, which you're going to
These are cacao and orange from Creative Nature. 3, not 4 bars of chocolate.
Do you want to explain why there's not 4?
Because Phil ate the 4th one.
Yeah, but we would have reviewed that one, though.
We would have reviewed that one, but we reviewed the smaller ones of these that are the same. So we thought instead of expanding our waistlines that we'd give you those. So there's 3 move-free bars of chocolate. And
they're massive bars too.
And they are huge. And if you watch our review of these, you can tell we love them. Randomly, nothing vegan, but hey, you might want to get your groove on.
Well, if you're going jogging, you can stick it on your...
cream
device.
Not cream as in dairy cream, but cream as in cream. Do you want to explain what this is? Dance tunes.
Yeah, there's lots of tracks on here by the likes of Faithless, Galantis, Avicii, the Shapeshifters. So if you like your dance stuff, one of the best compilations out at the moment.
Is there 3 CDs? Is there 3 CDs?
It's a 3 CD set, yeah. So if you want to copy
lucky you. He's a DJ. So I'm wearing a Helters jumper, as you can see.
They kindly sent us that, which we're going to review. Also, we're going to talk about them in another video.
You can get a nice Helters vest top, perfect for your summer grooving.
And it's a large one as well, so...
With your cream classics.
Yes.
There's enough room in there after you've eaten your 3 bars of moo chocolate.
Yeah, if you eat the chocolate before, you might not look good in that.
There you go.
So clothing, music, food, and a book.
And a book.
What more do you need from London Vegans? So what you have to do is go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/LondonVegans.
Or our Instagram.
Or our Instagram. You'll see our post about it, because we'll post about the competition.
Yep.
And then you just tag someone who might appreciate one of the items, or maybe someone who's going through the vegan journey.
And then like and share, please. That would be lovely. If you could like and share, and then we will do a random thing and we'll find the winner and you'll get the little goodie bag.